Coming up tonight on News in Depth, ranks of Diskeldon Police Station to come under investigation in light of Carpenter's murder, police seeking extradition of Marcus Bisram, and Manufacturing Association supports work of the Food and Drug Department. News in Depth begins now. With tonight's edition of News in Depth, I'm Eva Wharton. Thanks for joining us. First up, police officers at the Diskeldon Police Station would have to be scrutinized and investigated, says Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan.
The police will go back to protocol as it relates to donations given to the force, says Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan. He was reacting to the alleged involvement of several police investigators in an alleged cover-up in the number 70 village murder of Carpenter Fayaz Narandat. The police investigations revealed that the officers were trying to shield the businessman, who is very supportive of the police. It was said the businessman had recently made a donation to the community policing group. The minister said all the policemen at the station at Diskeldon would have to be scrutinized and investigated.
That entire police station and all the policemen will have to be scrutinized and investigated. There is something about that area. And as I said, even community members, especially with money and men of substance and women of substance, feel that they could do it there, probably because of the history as I just mentioned. But we have to clear it up and clean it up, and we have started the process. At least we have found 2 policemen who were directly involved, and the institution of the Diskeldon Police Station itself, we have to do some total revamping, and the police commissioner has indicated that the OPR, Office of Professional Responsibility, are doing some major investigation of the entire setup there. But I don't think that we're going to go that far now that policemen are going to go and do things with that family. Absolutely not.
The minister has assured Narandat's family members that the police will ensure their protection, as the family has expressed fear for their lives.
More news on the other side of this break.
Make your wishes come true this Christmas at Lucky Dollar. You can't go wrong.
Add beauty and style to your home for the holidays with windows from Beeson Windows and Doors. Whether you're renovating or building that new home, nothing compares to the class and beauty of Beeson Windows. Engineered by professionals and built to last longer than the competition. Beeson Windows will match any style, shape, and budget. And if we don't have what you want, we can custom make it for you. So visit our showroom today at 1228 New Echoes Industrial Site or BPAT's building on Regent Street. Call 622-4197 or 226-1292. Happy holidays!
Welcome back. Local police officers are actively seeking the extradition of murder suspect Marcus Bisram. The search continues for fugitive U.S.-based Guyanese businessman Marcus Brian Bisram by law enforcement officials here and in the United States for questioning into the alleged murder of 26-year-old Fayaz Narandat. However, that has not deterred local law enforcement officials from preparing extradition proceedings to have Bisram handed over to Guyanese officials once he is found to face the murder charge that was issued against him in absentia. Today, Crime Chief Wendell Blanham did not divulge much of the new information collaborative efforts have uncovered, but seemed optimistic that movement is taking place.
I'm in communication with our overseas law enforcement counterparts. And my communication with them at this point in time, I cannot reveal anything of that sort to the media. What they're going to do, the Interpol Red Notice was published for him, and the authorities over there, they're going to make every effort to locate him. And if he's located, they're going to inform us. But what we are doing in the meantime is to initiate our extradition proceedings. So I'm in the process of writing the DPP to inform her of our request, to our desire to have him extradited to Guyana, and then we're going to submit the file to her also, and then we'll take it from there.
Bisram was implicated as the mastermind of the murder by 2 men who initially confessed and also implicated several others. So far, 8 persons have been charged in relation to the murder of the carpenter, including 2 female relatives. Narayan met his demise after rejecting the alleged mastermind's sexual advances. The wealthy businessman attempted to fondle Narayan, who was intoxicated but was met with a slap from the now dead man. He was allegedly beaten, then run over by a car. The crime scene was staged to distract police from the perpetrators.
I sell swaggerific. Spaniard me like staggerific. I Spaniard. When the star give me a hand on the whole place. Turn up, turn on up, turn up, turn on up, stack up. Turn on up, turn up, turn on up, stack up. Turn up, turn up, turn on up, turn up. Stag in me hands now. Hand up, hand on, hand up, hand on, stack up. Hand on, hand up, hand on, stack up. Hand up, hand up, stack up, stack up. Tell them no. I don't business if you're not on time. You must always have stag in the line. Well, everybody have a stag in the hand. Where's mine? Staggerman's beer.
The Food and Drug Department should be allowed to do its work uninterrupted, says the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association. The Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association, GMSA, on Monday came to the defense of the Government Food and Drug Analyst Department over allegations of corruption leveled against Director Marilyn Cole. The GMSA in a press release said that for the first time in recent history, the agency seems to be doing its job of upholding the law in relation to certifying and labeling of imports. According to the body, in the absence of an accredited laboratory and phytosanitary enforcement and anti-dumping legislation, it is important for the agency to continue to work uninterrupted. The association also said it supported all legal action being taken by the Food and Drug Department, as it urged parties not to impede or interfere with the work of the department, which it described as an important body under the law. Local company Saria Manufacturing last week picketed the Ministry of the Presidency and the Ministry of Health for the removal of the head of the Food and Drug Department over allegations of corruption. The company accused Cole of making up laws which hampered their businesses. However, the department has since said no waivers will be granted on request from local companies. Those requests must come from exporting authorities. It was the practice for companies to be granted waivers on imports with the understanding that they will get their necessary documentation in place. But in a number of instances, that was not done. That's a wrap for this edition of News in Depth. Do join us again same time tomorrow for another edition.